Number 17, Johns Hopkins against number 2, Loyola. Bailey Savio to take the opening face-off for Loyola. Kyle Prouty for Johns Hopkins. Savio wins the face-off for Loyola. Brett Baskin, along with Keogh, 24, and Tate Catoni, number 89. Joey Epstein, the freshman, on the quick stick, the slam dunk. And Hopkins is on the board first.
It's the hockey stop. The matchup's created. He's dodging against the shorty. The hockey stop, turn to his strong right hand, and then look backside. And Baskin puts up that visual target, and Epstein's pass is right on.
Love what Epstein's going to bring to this offense because he's an ex-attackman who can dodge, and I think to get to a championship, you need that.
Chase Scanlon, the freshman, and that will count as a goal. The crease dive is back. And when you dive toward the goal, you have to dive away from the mouth of the goal. That goal will count.
This is another story of a matchup. He draws Daniel Jones, dodges underneath the goal line extended. The Hopkins defense is spread out and indecisive with a double team. Scanlon.
Kicker Matt Stover, who played a long time for the Ravens. And a laser from the Duff man, John Duffy, out of Portland, Oregon, gives Loyola the lead.
As the midfielders emerge, they will be a bear to deal with. You saw Scanlon dodging from underneath, and then Duffy with a hammer of a lefty rip.
Here from Georgia against Hubler, the shorty. Spencer was setting the pick, and he frees up Devereaux, who had a couple of goals last year. That's his first tally of 2019.
Body language off the two-man game. Set your feet, put it offside, turn and rake.
14 seconds left on the shot clock. Here comes Spencer. Behind the back, feed to Lindley.
The flair for the dramatic, the creativity. What a beautiful pass. His top hand was actually pressured, so that is the perfect time to throw a behind the back. You have the pressure of the defender guarding him with his stick, and then the pressure
to goal line extended.
Eyes up. Prefers his right.
Posting up into a double team, shovels it off, and Spencer, the hockey assist as Loyola's offense humming in the 6-on-6.
Handed. The spacing is gorgeous. Eyes are up. Tick, tack, toe.
You know what, gentlemen? I played with Casey Powell, one of the greatest of all time, and when he had the ball, you worked harder to get open because you knew he could make a play. It could put a lot of stress from a thinking standpoint on the defense.
Naruski wins the face-off, and right off the face-off, it's Epstein who finds the back of the net.
Benson told us we want to get a quality shot within the first 20 seconds of the shot clock or then late in the shot clock. This is a great rip by Epstein. Watch this. His body language kind of signals he's going to yank it. Stover thinks it's going low and bubbles off a ball movement for mid-range rips.
Spencer fires and scores. 6-2.
Mid-range rips, guys. Roger, we know about Pat Spencer as a feeder. Quint, the one question we had coming into the season was his accuracy.
15.6 on the game clock. Epstein puts one on goal, and that's a huge end of the quarter goal for Johns Hopkins.
Picks it up, continues to run onto the field with a head of momentum. Beats Stover down low. He's played a great first quarter. Joey Epstein, the #1 recruit in the country.
All-American against All-American. Spencer's so smooth, even under pressure. Skips one to Scanlon. And with that assist, Pat Spencer moves into a tie for 9th on the all-time list. Scanlon second.
I'm saying, okay, this guy goes here, this guy goes here. Watch this pass from wing to wing, right through the defense, right there. Boom, right on the stickhead. Scanlon thought about dodging underneath, pulls up for a mid-range.
You're in the crease to make a little contact because at the minimum that could result in an interference call as Hopkins scores. It's Kyle Marr, his first of the game, to make it 7-4.
Jays a season ago, and he loves that 10-yard rip. but now he just finds the seam, and Loyola kind of ball watching here. You see all the green shirts and turn their head on Kyle Marr. When you're Dixie's a rules ninja, man. This guy, nothing you can slide by this cat.
You can't slide much by number 7, Pat Spencer. That's his second. He puts his arms out as if to say, are you not entertained?
Watch Spencer make somebody look silly here. Just a little cut. Whoop. Boom. Place goes nuts, and he has played to the bench this year. He's played to the crowd. I really think he understands the impact that he.
And that's when you have to say, okay, guys, let's clean up our game as well.
Spencer slides inside. A flag is down. Spencer dove into the crease. The goal is good.
We study for a legal dive, and Mark, when you take us through, you see he dives kind of tangent to the crease line, away from quote-unquote the goal mouth. Now, what the goal mouth looks like is an ice cream cone.
Right.
If the goal were the cone, the goal.
Luke Schilling, number 12 in there. His dad, a volunteer coach at Towson. Marr. Kyle Marr staying low, and Hopkins cashes in on the man up.
And when you foul these Jays, the band will play, especially if Mark can set his feet, because he just snipes this corner. I mean, that's a thing of beauty, Kark. He put that ball right off the.
That's vintage Kyle Marr. Stings it in that bottom corner.
Hopkins +3 at the faceoff X. Naruski's done a nice job in just his second collegiate game. Here's Hubler. Over to Marr. Hey, Loyola high. Hello.
Wow. With a low release point. Hubler wins the break, and again Marr is in his vintage spot to pound it in the top.
I'm going to change it up. He rolls away from pressure and throws it through the D.
Threads the needle. He finds Kevin Lindley for his third. 8 goals already on the young season for the sophomore from Darien, Connecticut.
Here, the restart. He likes the matchup, but he just puts it on the stick of the cutter. It's too easy.
P.J. Brown from the wing. Duffy plays it over to Scanlon. Scanlon, nice move, gets free! Chase Scanlon, another goal. That's his third. And Loyola with a couple of quick ones out of the gate.
Scanlon, international experience with Team Iroquois, shredding corners as a freshman. So I'll tell you after this man up.
I think it was a little SID.
Duffy! Loyola 3 straight coming out of halftime. And they've doubled up Hopkins 12-6.
Played his youth and high school ball out west. And I'll tell you what, north-south sniping, it's been his calling card this afternoon. And he is adding.
Olmsted's a tough kid, man. He takes that ball to the dark and dirty areas of the defense. Willing to pay the price.
Spencer and Foley finding Lindley. Right now, Pat Spencer is just making this look too easy. He is toying with this Johns Hopkins defense.
Talked about players in different sports who have played over the decades in Baltimore, and he was encouraging fans, if you get an opportunity, come out and watch Pat Spencer play up at Ridley off of Cold Spring Lane, because this is a guy, a generational talent.
Probing.
Anyone who thought Yale was going to go undefeated, sorry, not happening.
Spencer on the doorstep to McGovern. And with that assist, Pat Spencer now 8th on the all-time list by himself.
Defensive mistake and or weakness. Leans in, cross crease slide, that's fine. Colwell, 16, comes right across.
If you're wondering, the last time Hopkins began a season 0-2, 1971, the first year of NCAA Division I lacrosse. And the hits keep coming from Loyola. P.J. Brown.
The attack of Spencer, Lindley, and Olmsted when he's healthy, as good as any in the nation. And now you put pieces.
You might have to. You'd put Forey Smith down at attack. And
Joey Epstein has been a little bit of a spark for Hopkins. That is another goal for Epstein, his 3rd of the day, his first hat trick as a collegiate player.
Change of direction. Remember earlier he did that same move, planted with a hockey stop and kick.
That's a process for a young midfielder, Clint.
Yeah, I agree with you, but at 15-7, isn't this the time to get him some reps?
Kyle Marr with his 4th of the game. He's scored a goal in 16 straight.
And his ability to stay in rhythm.
Well, first what he does is he finds the space, so he anticipates the pass. So
without the ball directing traffic. Alex McGovern, another goal. Loyola pouring it on.
What I like about this move is look at the strength in the two-handed cradle. Right there, leaning in, freeing up his left, getting to a dirty area.
An attackman. So now you have Scanlon and McGovern that can dodge short sticks. Brown and Duffy who can stretch the defense with outside rips.
And cued with a big goal, the long pole wearing number 19. Before he ever played a game, Dave Petromala told his parents, Bob and Nancy, that Jeremy would still have a place on the roster. Yeah, they've got a chance to crash that semifinal party this year, but Loyola to me is more of a sure thing. And it's because of guys like Chase Scanlon, the freshman, having a breakout game here at Homewood.
Getting up on too many teams moving forward. This is becoming his spot to dodge. We've seen...
They're struggling.
Marr plays it back. Epstein to Marr.
We saw a low rip, a worm burner. Then he pegged the corner, and this time he yanks it near side low. Nothing Stover, Kirk.
Yeah, he did this fall, he did a between the leg dunk right on top of me.
Cole Williams finds the back of the net, a 35-goal scorer a season ago, his first point of the afternoon.
That hard off the shoulder. Here it is. Watch him left hand right there.
Yep.
Causes the separation. Hands are free. Good change of levels in the shot. That's
underrated coaches in the country. He's got these guys, as we see another one.
Has given up 35 in 2 games.
Duffy. He's got good speed. Trail check, you know it's coming.
A tour de force by Spencer and Loyola. Hopkins cashing one in late. It's 18-12. That's just bookkeeping.
Like, man, why am I still in here anyway? Are we going to play any defense? You expect me to save that?